ever since June of 2020, you've been releasing a song each week.
Yes.
All right. So the first question is, good God, how? And then why? Because that date is interesting to me, and maybe we'll get into a conversation kind of too of what brings me into doing what I'm doing right now. But first of all, how? Like, how are you able to produce music with that kind of frequency? One song a week for the past 52 weeks. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, all the way through May of 2021.
Okay.
How? Only by the grace of God.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the motivation behind it, though.
Okay.
You know, COVID had just hit early 2020, and a lot of people were confined to their households. And another inspiration was this book I was reading called The Life of Faith by Dr. Jerry Savelle.
Okay.
And he tells this story, and I'll abbreviate it, but he tells this story in the book about how he was believing God for something, specifically an airplane. And he felt like he was doing it by faith, but God kept coming to him and saying, okay, if you're really believing me for this, why aren't you doing these things now? Mm-hmm. And so the story, you have to go back and read it, man. It's a great book. I've probably read it 4 times. But it sparked something in me to say, you know, a lot of times we say things like, when I get to this level, I'll be doing these things then. But God is like, you're not waiting on me. I'm waiting on you. This is what God is saying. So for me, it was like, it spoke to me in such a way where I was so intrigued by the story that, like, I wanted to go ahead and start doing now what I wanted to be doing for the rest of my life. Okay. In other words, what would I do now for the rest of my life, regardless if it paid me or not? Well, I just want to do music every day. Not because I'm just so in love with music, but I have a strong, like you said, I have a strong desire to get the word out and use my gift. So why wait to the day that I'm able to do it every day? Why not just start doing it now?
Yeah.
And so that's what I started doing, man. I was like, you know what, starting June 1st, 1 song a week, every single week for at least a year. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, it was something that I said, not really thinking about, you know, can I really do this? Because there were times where it's like, oh man, I might have just wrote a check that's gonna bounce. I've made
that mistake before.
But man, the inspiration was there. The feedback from the people and the fans and supporters were there. And there were times where, you know, I would write a song. I'm like, I had a strict system, and I just wanted to just do it every single week. So I started it, and there were times, man, where 2 or 3 songs would come out a week that I wouldn't actually release it, but write 2 or 3 songs. So now you're a week ahead. Yeah. Now you're 2 weeks ahead.
Have there been times where you're just like, oh my God, I don't think I got a song this week?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the beginning, I thought that a couple times, but man, it was such a wave. And I mean, we were so far ahead of schedule that it was like, it was almost boring. Because like, man, we got to, like, we'll go and do a song, and the song was like one of our favorites. But we got to wait 8 weeks before it comes out because we're so far ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience, man, just to be able to really zone in and focus on, this is it. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And to see it manifest and look back over and think, man, wow, 52 songs in 52 weeks. Wow.
You can catch brand new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Uberman every Monday and weekly bonus episodes to keep you thinking throughout the week. But you have to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new episodes drop. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like this video and share it with friends.